Greetings YouTube and welcome back to another vlog. How the devil are you? I hope everyone is doing well. I'm not doing too bad, but I've just had a lot of stuff going on, hence why, again, I've been a bit quiet. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. If I had the magic wand and used it, I'd obviously be making more videos, but I've had to do a lot of stuff recently. Yesterday, I had to take my cat to the vet because they had an ear infection. But yeah, the last couple of weeks they've been scratching her ear. But I mean, it'd been going on for a while. But we thought, you know what, enough's enough. We gotta take him to the vet. We suspected that they had an ear infection, and that's exactly what they got. So we had to get um some really good ear drops for them, which have got not only do they get rid of the infection, but also prevents inflammation from scratching and it getting more and more infected. Yeah, not cheap at all, as you can imagine. But yeah, I know in May, my oldest cat Shadow, yeah, he had to be put down unfortunately because he had a lot of problems with his kidneys and he just couldn't go to the toilet. But yeah, but my other cat, the one I just took for me took for the eardrops, is our second oldest, who's probably now going to be our oldest cat, depending how things go. But hopefully the drops will work. I started putting them in their ear last night, and hopefully all is good. So there we go with that. But yeah, I've just been busy with work. Not only that, we also had me and my colleagues. Yeah, we had to do a first aid course, which I mean it's fun. I mean, I've done stuff like that before, like CPR, you name it. But yeah, but believe it or not, this is the first time that I've actually seen. It's the first time that I actually got to use a defibrillator. I've never used one of them before, so it was interesting. But obviously, you had to know which part of the chest and which part of your stomach where you have to put the pads. Yeah, because I know one of them you have to put I know one of them's this side, even though where the camera's even though it looks like it's the left, I'm holding me right part of my chest, and then obviously the other pad goes to on your stomach on the left side. So I mean some interesting stuff, and yeah, we had to. It was like a massive course thing we had to do, and it went on for quite a few hours. I mean, yeah, because it was a massive presentation that we had to do. I know where I work, it's all about computers and all that lot. Because I do graphic design stuff. I do stuff for I do posters and I do for all different sorts of companies. But it's a it's a long and can be quite a stressful process. But I enjoy it. I mean, except for if the computer decides to crash on you or you lose part of your work, so you have to you have to really. I mean, if you do lose some of your progress, you have to crack on with it and try and recover what you've lost. But yeah, obviously, yeah, you have a strict time limit to do it in, so you have to do it. So that's that. I mean, I know some workplaces are flexible. My place isn't too bad, but with certain stuff like that, projects that they give you a timestamp that you have to finish the task in, which I've done so. But sometimes when it's a really big task, and sometimes if it's a task that you cannot do on your own, you have to work as a team. Doesn't always work, but when it works, and that's all that really matters. So yeah, it's just been mad. So that's really it. And yeah, we'll get on to the pickup. Only one this time because again, I've not really had time to look for like films, DVDs. But I did buy something video game related, and it's a console that I'm familiar with, very, very, very familiar with, if you know me by now. So yeah, guess which console I bought because I've been through about five or six of these, mainly because of the laser, and in my opinion, it's the greatest game console ever made, and of course, it is of course the original Sony PlayStation. So yeah, it's the original PlayStation, my favorite system of all time. But yeah, I've been through all of these as a kid as well. I mean, this console means everything to me more than any other. Because I mean, this was my system as a kid. I mean, it wasn't my first game console because if you know my gaming history when I did that video, yeah, the first game console that I played on was my brother's NES, and the first console that I had was a Mega Drive. And then when we got a PlayStation One, I mean, this is just a game changer. So yeah, I absolutely love this console to death. But yeah, I mean, I've still got like I already had like the adapters, like the AV cables. Heck, I even have an RF one for the PlayStation. And I've got quite a few controls for it. I mean, I've got one original PS1 pad, the one without the analog stick, which I know I used that controller a lot when I was younger, but as soon as we were able to get a DualShock analog, because we got the PlayStation 1 pre. Yeah, it was second hand when me and my brother got the PlayStation back in '99. So we had like the original controller. I mean, we did eventually get a DualShock analog. And I've got a bunch of those. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered getting those out because they're stored away in a drawer somewhere. So that's really it. That's the only pickup I've bought. But I know I had to buy another PlayStation One. Yeah, I know I have a PS2, but for whatever reason, it has trouble reading PS1 games, which I honestly don't get. But yeah, no, I thought buy another PlayStation One. I had to. It's been long overdue. I mean, the other PS1 that I bought, uh, that one died on me because of the laser. I mean, yeah, I know you could get it repaired, but I don't know. Sometimes the price of getting things repaired, you might as well just buy another system. If the price isn't too bad, so this was about £40, so you can't really complain. So yeah, when I was coming home from work yesterday, and yesterday evening, I thought I'd have a go on the PlayStation. I mean, I bought it last week and then it didn't arrive until what day did it arrive on? I think it was either the Friday or the Saturday. So yeah, today is Tuesday. But I don't. I just fancy playing on the PlayStation again. I don't know. I have been away from it for a while. Yeah, I mean, I know what I'd like to do a PS1 collection at some point. And either do another top 10. I've done a top 10. I've done like top 10 PS1 games in the past. I've done videos like that. But I privated them because I gotta be honest with you, I wasn't happy with the video. And some of my opinions on the games have changed slightly. But, it just introduced me to so many great game series like Crash Bandicoot, Tekken, Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy. More so for Final Fantasy VII, and of course, there's like so many great others. Resident Evil, um, of course, Metal Gear Solid, superb game, and yeah, I just fancy. I don't. I just gonna play through some of these games again. But it's been long overdue, but I don't. I just love it. Excuse me if I have a quick sip of my drink. This is actually quite refreshing. It's a yeah Pepsi Max Lime. I know it's in one of these bottles because I know I bought like a meal deal thing. Yeah, which is your usual shit like a sandwich, a packet of crisp, and a drink, or sometimes you get like a chocolate bar. But I know it's just one of those. It's just handy for work because sometimes you don't really fancy going in your cupboard like oh yeah I'll just grate some cheese, put some onion on it, and just I don't know. Sometimes you just don't fancy making up your lunch for work because that's all I use. That's what I mostly have for me dinner if I go to work. I just get a sandwich, some sandwich like either crisp or some yeah crisp chocolate or whatever, and just throw in some fruit. You know, yeah, just anything that you can grab, like a banana or a pear. I don't mind. So that's a real yeah. But I know I'm going off onto a tangent, but it's not a vlog. It's not a unique vlog if I don't do that. So I'm just gonna go off tangent. But seriously, we'll talk about the football, and we'll get on to everyone's favourite yes man, Gareth Southgate. What the hell is he doing? How the fuck has he still got a job as England manager? He's a nice guy, and as you know, nice guys don't always get you good results in football. But the problem that I have with Southgate, I mentioned this last time, is that he relies too much on certain players because he likes them. I don't. He seems to like them, despite the fact that they've been playing crap or perhaps they're not the player that they were once were. I know. Yeah, we mentioned his love and affection for Harry Maguire. I mean, I know he loves Harry Maguire more than fucking Niles loves Daphne from Frasier. That's what it's like. He loves Maguire more than Ross and Rachel from Friends. He loves him more than I don't I don't know. More than Cheese loves Branston Pickle. He cannot he cannot get away from him. And yeah, and the reason why he keeps liking him is because he's because oh yeah, there has to be one person to like Maguire, and that one person is him. And with Jordan Henderson. But there was one thing that he was going on about. He's saying that, oh, I don't get why they're booing Jordan Henderson, and I don't get why they're booing Maguire. I mean, the reason why fans are booing him is because more so Maguire. He's been absolutely dog shit, and he keeps selecting him all the time, even though the guy loves own goals. We all know that. Jordan Henderson, even though I thank him for everything for what he's done to Liverpool, he's not the player he once was. He really isn't. He's just not playing. He's just not the player he once was. But I know Gareth Southgate. I know fans shouldn't be booing Henderson. They shouldn't be booing Maguire. I mean, Maguire. I. I mean, I don't agree with booing, but sometimes you've got no choice. Either that or just don't watch football, which is I don't watch international football, which I don't. I'm not gonna bother until Southgate fucks off. I won't be watching England because the style of football that he plays is so fucking boring. I mean, what watching emulsion paint dry is more of a fun exercise, and I'd honestly rather you did that because with Southgate and with any other England manager, we're gonna win nothing. So that's it. I know when I was a kid, I mean, there was loads of footballers that I loved for England, even if some of them didn't play for Liverpool, like David Beckham, Frank Lampard, and a few others. But I mean, I want I don't mind. I mean, obviously, I will support England, but I just won't be watching them until Southgate goes. I just don't like his style of football. I just don't like his PR manipulation. I just can't stand it. I know the problem with him is, I mean, it's his team selection. I keep going on and on about that. But the thing is, I don't agree with fans booing, but I honestly think the person who deserves to be booed is Gareth because he keeps selecting players who are below average and shit. And the ones that have been trying, he doesn't fucking select them. I don't understand why. James Ward-Prowse, yay. I know he left Southampton to join West Ham. He's playing really well for them. I mean, it's good that I've seen him play Jared Bowen. Again, a player, another one I do admire. But you know what? Put some put some fresh legs on, make it a bit more exciting. But the problem with him is he won't choose them. He keeps sticking to his favourites, even though they've been absolutely dire. Ugh. Yeah, and he's like, yeah. I thought he said, and it made me laugh. The reason why Maguire's not playing well is because of the fans. We don't control how he plays. The only one who can control Harry is Harry. What the actual fuck? How can you be so I don't even know. I don't know if he's being naive or a bit narcissistic in thinking that it's the fans' fault that he's playing rubbish. I mean, what the hell? I mean, I mean he doesn't. I mean he doesn't play much for Manchester United because Eric Ten Hag knows that he's rubbish. I mean, the thing is, but then again, has he ever been a good footballer? I'm gonna be honest with you, no. The reason why people thought he was good is because of the players that he was surrounded with when he was at Leicester City, of course. I mean, he was around the players like he was with Jamie Vardy, of course, at the time. I mean, I know Leicester are now in the Championship, but I mean, this was at a time when Leicester were actually were actually a pretty good club. I mean, very good. I mean, he was around players like that. Kelechi Iheanacho. I mean, I quite liked him at Man City, but I mean, he's doing well for Leicester. Well, until they got relegated last season, which was a shock to the system. But the thing is, he needs to stop selecting certain players. Bless me. I'm sorry about that. I know a bit of a random sneeze, but it's a random vlog, so anything goes. He just winds me up. And I guarantee that if we had the foreign manager in charge of England, they'd have been out the door months ago, and ages ago actually. I know people say no, but he did well to get us to a World Cup semi-final. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But what has he done since then? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, we got to the Euro final. We lost on penalties to Italy. It's clear we're not going to win anything under him, and he has to go. We want someone with a bit more aggression. I mean, not obviously not too aggressive, but someone with a bit more. I don't know, a bit more. How can I put it? A bit more enthusiasm. Yeah, but the reason why Southgate keeps his job because he's a yes man, and obviously the FA and the English press love yes men. They love it. They absolutely love it. They love it more than Kevin Keegan. Yeah, we all know that one. I would love it if we beat them. I would love it. Yeah. Unfortunately for Keegan, it didn't work out like that because we all know in 1996, Newcastle United had a 12-point lead. I think it was a 12-point lead over second place Manchester United. United were in second, and Newcastle absolutely bottled it. They did. And then people say that, oh, Arsenal last year bottled it. They're the biggest bottlers. Now, Arsenal had less points than Newcastle at that point. Think about it. Yeah. Newcastle are the biggest bottlers. Well, were the biggest bottlers at the time. But I mean, yeah, and unfortunately, my team Liverpool pretty much handed Man United the title because obviously, even though we played probably the greatest Premier League game of all time with Newcastle, the famous 4-3 in April of '96. I know it was bad because yeah, we handed Manchester United the title because we beat Newcastle. Yeah, but getting back on track, we need more. I don't know. We need managers with a bit more passion. But I don't know. I don't know what it is with the English media. They don't like it. I don't understand why they do not like it. Yeah, I mean we need England should have a manager like I don't know Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, someone like that, someone who brings exciting football to the table. That's what you want. You want someone like that. But they're happy where they are at like the retrospective clubs, which they have every right to be. They ought to be. But yeah, I'll move away from that. So that's that. Oh yeah, and I was having a conversation with one of my work colleagues, and they were on about like the speed limits in Wales, like some of the roads bit like being dropped down to like 20 mile an hour as opposed to 30 in like more supposedly busy areas. But there's a problem with that, and that is some of these drivers instead of looking at the road, they'd be more busy fixated on the speedometer. So if they're too busy looking at that, it might end up causing more accidents than it would at 20. But but a lot of people will still do 30 anyway because obviously, so a lot of this slow driving, obviously, I mean, not hardly going anywhere driving slow. Obviously, you do get a little bit impatient, and that's it. Impatience and lack of concentration can be extremely dangerous. So if you're too busy looking at the speedometer, I know you're too busy looking down like that. You are looking at the speedometer, and then you quickly look up. You're like, oh shit, there's a car. You go, you just fucking crash into him. But you know, sorry about that. Yeah, me nose is a bit runny. But yeah, it's gonna say yeah, the weather's quite a bit colder now. It says 11 degrees. Doesn't feel anything like it. If I'm being honest with you, I know weather is absolutely freezing cold, and yeah, yeah. And we've put the heater back on in the house. I mean, we haven't had it running for a little while, but it's about time we put it back on. But yeah, you have this. I know the truck. I don't understand why. Yeah, I know roads that are busy because of it. They're now going to make them even more busier, and it's going to cause tailbacks, and the speed of it, like the 10 mile an hour difference, will cause other problems on some of the other main roads. So everywhere, if it's even in anywhere, everywhere is going to be gridlocked, especially during the summertime when everyone's got like when people are going on like holiday, you're towing caravans using their motorhomes. Yeah, so it's going to cause mayhem for motorists. I mean, yeah, I mean the roads are already busy enough during the summer, but with the decrease of 10 mile an hour, with the decreasing of speeds, it's gonna make you like it's gonna make you think like Nah, we're not going on a holiday. We're not going to bother. We can't be bothered wasting our time being sat in this amount of travel. We'll just stay home. I mean, which is people don't want to stay at home during the holiday. They really do not. They want to get out. They want to enjoy relaxing and seeing all different surroundings rather than the same boring four walls that you continuously see. But I know it's caused a lot of quite a bit of backlash. I know where they tried doing a petition to try and prevent this from happening. To no avail, obviously to no avail. But yeah, it's one of those things. It can't be avoided. I mean, they could do a U-turn, but I very much doubt it because it's a money-making scheme. Because what they want to try and do is catch motorists who want to, who who okay, who go okay a bit too fast over speed limit. I mean, you can't just find a driver for going like 1 or 2 mile an hour faster than you ought to be. But yeah, but no, they're just doing things to get money out of the fucking taxpayer. No, it makes me sick to my stomach. I mean, we're living in a cost of living crisis, and then these bastards are trying to like they're pretty much trying to rob people. Yeah, no, they are robbing people clearly. Yeah, again, trying to make the rich richer and the poor poorer. Oh yeah, I know everyone's struggling. So guess what? Fuck you. You're gonna struggle even more. We're gonna make you. We're gonna make sure that we squeeze as many pennies out of you as possible. So those people in charge. I mean, I feel sorry for those who are forced, but for those greedy bastards who are deliberately going out of the way to ripping people off, knowing what they're doing. So those idiots. Guess what Blue Van Man does? Guess what he does in his videos? He says, "Fuck off." I mean, okay. I mean, maybe what I did was a bit harsh, but it absolutely, oh my god, it absolutely winds me up to no end. My god, why on earth? Why on earth would you? Why on earth would you want to try and make people's lives harder than it already is? I mean, obviously, life isn't meant to be easy, but they're just, yeah, it's daylight robbery. It's just wrong. It's wrong. And some people are trying to like balance things out with the money. They try and prioritize things like, oh yeah, I don't want to spend too much on that because, oh yeah, my electricity bill's through the roof, my heating's through the roof. Yeah, food costs. You have to like try and prioritize stuff like that. And then you have like people like yeah the higher ups trying to like they're stealing from you. I understand that they have to I understand that some of them have to like hike the prices up to keep themselves afloat. But what about normal people? What about people who let's just say are a bit below? Yeah, just make it harder for them. It's wrong. It really is wrong. So that's that. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to do. Yeah, just give me a second. If it lags a little bit, I do apologize. And yeah, just give me a moment. Yeah, because there was one thing I forgot to do, and that was the polls on YouTube. So just give me just give me a moment. I know it just shows you how unprepared I am. So yeah, just wait for YouTube to load up a bit. So this is a bit of a piss. Internet's a bit slower today. So there we go. Just give me a second. Yeah, just give me a second. Just have a look at the poll. And yeah, there we go. So yeah, the question on the poll was, what was the most, what was your favourite British sitcom of all time? A majority of people went for Only Fools and Horses, which I expected. None gone for Last of the Summer Wine. I mean, I understand why, because the latest series of that was crap. It wasn't the same after Compo had passed away. Yeah, well, Bill Owen. Father Ted got 20%, which yeah, I don't blame people for doing that. It's one of my favourites. And then other comments, it says other and then comment below, and I will have a look at that. And yeah, I know Jambon says it's a stitch up. Clearly, it's clearly The Office, followed by Alan Partridge, Kiss My Face. I mean, I would have liked to included those two, but guess what? You can only put up to 5 options in the YouTube community where you're doing the poll, which kind of sucks. So I should be asking another question. So sorry about that. There we go. I know it was a bit of a hodgepodge, but unfortunately I couldn't do anything about it. I wish I'd have done a screenshot of it prior to doing this vlog, but yeah, it's too late. So yeah. So I will ask you another question after I finished recording, or I'll do it once the video's finally uploaded. So that should be that. I need to have a good think about what question that I will ask, and we will go from there. I do apologize once again, but it's one of those things, and hopefully I should be a bit more prepared for next time. But I've been in a situation where unfortunately it's just not possible. So that's that. So until then, I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you very soon. Take care.